Guys, today I am looking at the Fifine K688 microphone, and I'm going to tell you that this is an absolute killer piece of kit. Why? Find out in just a few seconds. What's up YouTube? Dave here with Scene Through a Lens, and thanks for stopping by the channel. We make lifestyle videos and all things tech, so if that's your kind of thing, then please consider subscribing to the channel and clicking on the bell icon so you could be notified of new videos. So guys, yes, a Fifine K688 ampli-tank microphone. And before I get into it, I just want to tell you that Fifine sent me this rather nice microphone to review in exchange for my honest opinion. And you know, if you follow my channel, whether I buy something myself or whether I get sent it, you're always going to get my honest review, good, bad, or indifferent. So guys, this microphone is aimed at podcasters, streamers, gamers, and really all things vocal. Now, I was lucky enough to review the Fifine K655 microphone, and I was blown away with it. It replaced my Rode VideoMic NTG and became my go-to microphone for all of my YouTube videos shot in the studio. And in fact, here it is now. If you look at my videos over, I don't know, maybe the past 8 or 9 months or something like that, you will see it every single time. But, and there is always a but, this new K688 is meant to be in another league. But before we get into it, let's take a look at what's in the box. So guys, decent sized box tells me that this is going to be a decent microphone. Getting the lid off, we are greeted with some instructions, a 5/8 to 3/8 adapter, a 2.5 meter USB C to USB C cable, and of course the microphone itself with the attached shock mount. Now, taking a closer look at the mic itself, I can tell you it's made mostly from metal and it feels solid. It has a pop filter installed, which you can easily remove if you want to. And on the top of the mic, you have this kind of capacitive touch mute button. On the back, you've got a 3.5mm headphone monitoring socket with a volume control, and you have the mic gain rotary control. On the 685, this is more accessible on the top, but generally, once you've kind of set this, it shouldn't really need to be touched again, unless you're connecting to a different device and you need to adjust the gain or something like that. Now guys, this 686 mic, as I said earlier, ships with a USB C cable, and that's the same on the 685. In fact, I use the USB C cable plugged into my MacBook and then use GarageBand to record the audio source. Then I sync it with my video and all's good in the world. But guys, on this 686, there is another socket on the back of this mic, which is the big thing in my mind that sets it apart from the 685. And that socket is an XLR port. And XLR, some people might say, equals professional. It's fair to say that musicians, podcasters and other content creators spend a lot of time in front of microphones and they expect clear and crisp vocals. Sometimes when your video isn't so great, it's almost acceptable, but when the audio quality is poor, then it's really noticeable, and in general, your audience are gonna hate it. So guys, for those that want the quick lowdown, and here it comes, the XLR connector is an old school analog audio connector. XLR microphones are generally the main choice for professional audio recording. James H. Cannon developed this connector, hence it's sometimes called the Cannon connector or plug. Now, XLR can carry balanced audio using its positive and negative pins. Balanced audio has two signals, both of them with the same magnitude but opposite polarity. As a result, the XLR cables and connectors have superior noise rejection even with longer cables. And let's face it, if you're in a pop group or you're on stage or you're recording something and you're not close to the device that you're recording to, you're always going to have a long cable. And this is one of the main reasons why XLR is so popular in live audio and in a professional setup. But an important point about XLR microphones is that they are analog devices. That is, audio signals from the XLR plugs are analog. So in order to use the XLR mic with computers or other audio equipment, you generally need to have an intermediate device to convert the audio analog signals to digital signals. Now, audio interfaces and audio mixers are popular devices that do this job. Nowadays, guys, everything we use in our computers, however, is in the form of USB connected. And you know what? USB microphones are popular among first-time buyers and creators with limited budgets. You simply plug the USB cable into a port on the computer and you're good to go. Now, with USB microphones, all the communications are digital. The microphone itself has an analog to digital converter built in, while the actual microphone is either a kind of condenser or a dynamic one. Now, some high-end USB condenser microphones, like this one, can produce very good audio quality. And the real differences, however, are signal and audio quality. Now, with signal, XLR works in the analog domain, where, as I said, USB is completely digital. So guys, as a result, to use XLR devices with modern digital equipment like computers and video machines and other audio machines, you kind of need to have the intermediary analog to digital converter. Now, this is not the case with USB. Even though the sound captured by USB microphones are analog, its built-in digital converter converts this signal to digital data to transmit to a computer. Boy, this is getting complex, right? And with regards to the audio quality, well, you might have tried, or rather you might have heard the talk on XLR versus USB, like XLR is professional and USB is for beginners. Well, there is a truth to this. The audio quality from an XLR microphone is clear, crisp, and generally noise-free. And that is why all professional studios, podcasters, and content creators prefer XLR mics. Now, like I said, not to disregard USB microphones because the audio quality is good, but it's deemed to be inferior to XLR counterparts. So that is a lot of chat on XLR versus USB. But I can tell you that this USB connected 685 has been very good in my humble opinion. But let's try a couple of tests. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say a little phrase with the already connected USB microphone. And then I'm going to set up this new 686 to USB and see if we can tell the difference. And then I'm going to use my Tascam Porta Capture recorder to connect the 688 via XLR to see how that sounds. So guys, let's get started. So guys, let's get to that first test. This is the K655 and you can hear the audio. Mary had a little lamb, she thought it rather silly. She threw it up in the air and caught it. And you know the rest. Let's try hooking up this 688 to USB. So guys, now we have the 688 connected, and I should say Mary had a little lamb, she thought it rather silly, she threw it up in the air and caught it. I'm not going to finish the rest, but of course you know the rest, right? So guys, there you have it. You've got the recordings from both of these microphones, both connected via USB using GarageBand, and this one connected via XLR using this Tascam recorder. Now, I don't know about the differences on how recordings are made using GarageBand or the Tascam, but these recordings are all straight out of mic. So guys, that just about wraps this one up. There are a ton of good things to say about both of these microphones. And you know what guys, did I say how much this costs? Well, with all I've said, and given that this is pretty similar to the Shure SM7B, which retails at around £400, this bad boy is less than £90. Yeah, £90, which is absolutely insane. Guys, this is a seriously good sounding and great value microphone. If you have any comments or questions, then please leave them below. I'll leave any product links and any discount codes in the description. And guys, if you like the video, then please give it a thumbs up. It really does make a difference. And if you'd like to see more of my content, then please subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified of new videos. Guys, thanks to you for watching. Thanks to Fifine for sending me this K688 microphone. It's definitely subject to sound because I haven't listened to the sound yet. And if it's as good as it should be, then it's definitely going to be replacing my well-served 655. Guys, I'm Dave for Scene for a Lens, and I will see you the next time. Bye for now.